You were pushed inside the room. You immediately turned around to see him with a smile. You shouldn't have disturbed my work, he said. Now deal with the problem you have invited for yourself. I did nothing. I was just trying to save those two people whom you were about to kill, you explained. That's the reason you are here in a living hell. That was my work, my business. You shouldn't have interrupted there. Now face the consequences. He said and slammed the door while closing it. You broke into tears because of your situation. You were just going back home after your shift was done in the cafe. But you heard some begging voice for life and saw that cruel men trying to kill two people, so you went there and tried to save them and called police, but before you could do that you were caught by his men and it ended up you getting kidnapped by the heartless mafia leader Taehyung. I'm an orphan. No one will even come to my rescue. Then how the hell will I save myself from him? How? You broke into tears thinking about all this. You were all tired after your shift in cafe and all this mess make you fell asleep on cold floor. Your eyes were heavy and your cheeks were stained with your tears. Time skipped to morning. You woke up because of the feeling of being shaken and saw an old lady looking at you with sympathy. Have something, child, she said. I have brought breakfast for you. You shook your head as no, making her sigh and try to convince you, but you still didn't agree. After you finally said no to her, she left from there. You didn't know that he was watching your every single move from the slight open window of yours. Though the old woman left, but she kept the plate and the glass of water in a room only in case you change your mind and have something. Your eye roamed around the room to see everything clearly. There is no way I can easily escape from here, you said while looking outside the window when you saw dozens of men guarding this huge mansion. Your eyes caught the small plant kept near the window. The plant was all shrunken and dried up. You went and grabbed the glass of water which was offered to you and poured the water carefully in the small plant pot. You smiled and kept the plant in sunlight. You flinched after you heard his deep voice. You looked at him. That water was for you, not for that almost dead plant. It wasn't dead yet. It will be fine in sunlight and with proper care. You always think of others. That's the reason you invite trouble in your life. Think about yourself first, then maybe you won't be here and now you would have water to drink. Then what is the difference between human and animal? Your words made him immediately look at you, making you immediately look down because of his sharp gaze. He didn't say anything and left from there. You sighed in relief after he left, and finally, after hours of struggling, you gave up because of your hunger and had breakfast. You weren't even allowed to step out of the room you were allotted, more like locked in. You were sitting there reading those magazines brought by the maids. You were relaxed now, but when Thai is in mansion, you are almost on panic mode because of his reputation of being heartless and cruel. Time skipped to 3 weeks. You were now in kitchen helping the maids as Thai must be in his office right now, so you just sneaked out of the room as no one dares to cross his word. You were all busy in cutting vegetables and kinda you were kinda enjoying this as after long you were finally allowed to do something and come out of the room. You were all engrossed on your work because now you were cutting onions, but you felt that yourself getting numb after you felt a hand touching you inappropriately. The hand was about to go down your waist when you immediately pushed the person and slapped him on the face. You saw it was not Thai, instead someone else. You dare to slap me, huh? I came to know your price for. But instead, now you will see what the hell I can do. He held you by your hair and dragged you outside, making you scream because of the pain you are feeling. Stop, let me go, let me go, you screamed. He pushed you, making you fall on floor. Before you could stand, you saw Thai in front of you. What is going on here, Mr. Kang? Mr. Kang replied. I was near your kitchen as my phone's network was coming good there, and there I saw her. I asked your maid, who is she? Is she your new maid? But they denied and said she was brought by you here. Then I understood who is she. I just wanted to spend one night with her as well. No, you touched me inappropriately without my consent. Even if any girl do that, you can't touch her without her consent. Can't you get that simple thing? Mr. Cat, women are nothing but a toy who themselves offer their body for money. Not all women are there for that. Some are forced to do that because of their condition, and even if someone do that, that doesn't mean she is your toy. You can't still touch her without her consent. You cannot. And if the women are wrong, then you, what are you, huh? Lustful monsters, huh? Who can't control their hormones? If women who do are wrong, then males who go for this are also wrong. He said the last sentence in a loud voice, making him grow angry. He was about to slap you when Thai held his hand and said, don't do something which you'll regret. His eyes were giving him death threats. Thai helped you stand and said, who gave you the permission to come out? But before you could say anything, he said again, to your room now. He yelled when you didn't move from your place. Now, Yn. You made him sad face and went from there before giving an angry and disgusted look to the man standing in front of you. And you left from there. Mr. Kang, you really messed with me for that. Thai yelled before he could even complete the word. Mind your words. You really had courage to touch her and made her scream in pain, huh? He said, being all angry that his eyes turned dark and his veins were popping on his neck and hand. Take him to the basement and yeah, send messages to his family. He is here having dinner with me. Pick him up from hospital. He started begging for forgiveness, but I didn't care and saw his car taking him away. To your room, Yn. You flinched as you were watching the man going away from the corner of the stair, more like peeking from there, but his eagle eyes saw that also. You smiled as you know he will punish the guy and left from there as fast as you could, as you didn't follow his word and it can have consequences as well. Time skipped to evening. You came outside in the dining room for your dinner when you again heard him. What are you doing here? Who gave you the permission to roam around? I just came here to have dinner with you. I was actually getting bored inside and wanted to eat with someone, you said while smiling, as after Mr. Kang incident you somewhat started thinking that he will not hurt you. You looked down when you felt his intense stare at you, making you pout and sad. Okay, I'll leave if you don't want me then. Can I at least have dinner with your mates? I don't want to eat all alone when there are so many people here. In my house, anyway, there is no one, so at least here. No. You bite your lips at his response because of sadness and started leaving. You can have meal with me instead. Your eye glittered and you immediately hopped on chair in front of him. He secretly chuckled at your action. Time skip after dinner. It was around 11 p.m., but you weren't able to sleep because of the thunderstorm happening outside, making you gasp and all scared. You would run to your neighbor auntie if there is any thunder. But now you didn't had any choice. The Soviet headquarters was far. You started sobbing because of your fear, and those bad incidents started coming in front of your eyes. That's when the door of your room opened. Are you okay? I heard sobbing sound when I was passing from here, he said. You recognized his voice and ran to him and hugged him tightly. No, I'm not okay. Those thieves will kill me as well. I won't be able to survive. He was shocked at your words and immediately hugged you. He looked around and saw nothing. But there is no one, Ryan. You shook your head as no. Like this same dark night when the thunderstorm was happening, some thieves came inside the room and killed my parents. I was hiding inside the cupboard, and before they could reach me, police came. Taehyung, she's remembering her past trauma, I guess. Ryan, you might have slept and dreamt of it. There is no one here. Don't worry. You were still not calming down and crying like a helpless child on his chest. He started patting your back, but of no use. He took you inside the room in bridal style and made you gently lay on bed and turned off the light. You flinched badly in all darkness. You turned off the lights? No, please don't do it. I'm here, okay? I'll put you back to sleep, he said and hugged you after laying you on bed. You'll not leave me when I sleep, right? You asked, but he didn't say anything as he didn't want to take advantage of your fear and spend night with you. You started sobbing after he didn't respond, making him immediately say, "Okay, fine, I promise." You hugged him tightly. You felt safe and calm around him. He was continuously patting your head to make you fall asleep, and after a while, you fell asleep, being all calm. He tried to get up but failed as you were holding him tight. Maybe for tonight I don't have any other choice. I have to keep my words. Time skipped to morning. You woke up because of light sunlight hitting your face. You rubbed your eyes and looked around to see that no one was there. You smiled, thinking that he was comforting you and taking care of you when you were scared. After that incident, I and you started growing close and taking care of each other. He would also ask you for your company during meals. You would treat his wound if he come home injured. Time skip after 2 weeks. You were waiting for Tai as you were excited as he said he has something to show you and a surprise. You came finally. He didn't said anything but handed you the file and asked you to read. You read as your eye widened. It was about the same two persons whom you were trying to save from him that night. They were drug dealers and killed two innocent teenagers. When they tried to speak against them, I don't regret anything because they did something more awful. How painful it was for their parents to see the dead bodies of their child. I just wanted to prove you this. It was necessary that after living here for long, I can see the change in you, you said. After Mr. Kang incident, you opened my eyes wide. After I got cheated on by my ex, I treated women as a toy. I'm sorry. I even thought to marry you forcefully for my mission. I'm sorry, Ryan. You were shocked but then kept your hand on his and said, I didn't expect you to confess this, but I actually heard everything about marriage before. I am happy you are changed. Since I have realized my mistake, I'll set you free. My personal car is standing out. My guards will drop you to your house. You can leave. Your heart shattered into pieces when you saw him going to his room without looking back at you. You wiped your tear and packed your stuff to leave as he already asked you to leave. You didn't want to leave, but you didn't had any other choice. She wanted him to stop her, but his guilt was stopping her from doing this. After around 20 minutes, I came back in the living room after you left. He bit his lip to control himself from crying. You changed me, but also left me. What will I do of my this improvement, Ryan? He yelled loudly, maybe thinking that it can reach you. Then why are you pushing me away? I came halfway. I don't want to go and again live alone. I immediately embraced you tightly in his muscular arms. I love you, he confessed back. He didn't take any more time and kissed you passionately. You wrapped his arm around his neck. You're bad. You didn't stop me. Connect. You both connected your forehead. I'm sorry. I was just guilty for not treating you right before. I'll not let you go this time.